introduction. So, I mentioned that I'm going to have a live stream on January 26th at noon on this YouTube channel, in which I will be building the restaurant from where Kevin left off. And to give you an idea, to the first floor with a couple parts here and there that still need work. I still have the numbered bags, some of them still sealed in here, and the instructions, the paper instructions included with it. If I recall correctly, everything should be there, but if it's not, I will figure it out sometime later. I don't know what I'm going to do if I figure it out, or if I have to do it midstream. It's like, there's no parts for this, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Because, again, it was sitting untouched for a while, and I can always make something happen with that. So there's all the parts there. So there was a bag or so that was still opened, so I'll have to check exactly where it left off. But those parts are backed up in here. When this is done, when this Parisian restaurant is done being built, I'm hoping to fit it on my bookshelf, or not bookshelf, but like the Lego shelf in the Lego room next to the old fishing store. So right now, from right to left, I have the haunted house from 2020, the old fishing store from Ideas. This would be sitting to its left. Then it would have to consolidate some of the Marvel Spider-Man stuff that I have on the shelf, which is fine and doable. And then the Simpsons house would be on the far end, which would be really cool because those are some of my favorite sets, like almost of all time. I mean, Soldier's Fort will definitely have its due, and it has been on the shelf before. Maybe not here, but before I moved. So, it'll happen. I've rotated things between shelves before too. So I just know that they're too big for me to fit into the beach town. So as much as I want to have the old fishing store in there, it would not happen. So this Tupperware is what I brought with me when I visited Kevin on February 28th, 2021. He reached out to me and said, hey, if there's anything Lego that you're looking for, you're welcome to stop by and pick things up. And I did. So I originally went in not until being there, and I was like, oh yeah, what are we going to do with that? So, and clearly he wasn't going to finish building it, whether or not on camera. I originally went in there because I wanted to get a bulk of parts I didn't have in certain types or certain colors. I wanted to get parts to build some mocks that I already had sitting on a project bin for over a year by that point, and anything else that caught my eye. And I'm the kind of guy that always likes to, scope the wares first and, see what's interesting, maybe put it aside and then come back to it later, say, okay, maybe this, maybe not that. So first thing in here are a whole bunch of plastic bins for organizing parts, which I find very, very helpful. I've gone through a couple of different methods of it, and I'm still trying to figure out something that works for me, aside from just Ziploc bags or something like that. And Kevin has a very good system where some of them are in Ziploc bags, and they're like in a certain stage of sorting, but you still know what's in there. And then he had like the Acro Mills that lined all over the walls. It was like almost iconic look for the Lego room. They were sorted by color, by part, and had many drawers, like, for each color. It was amazing. And I decided to grab certain ones and just throw them in the bin. So I have a lot of 1x1s in bricks and in plates. Plates, I think, are underneath it. So I grabbed a whole lot of those because for a long time I've actually wanted to build mosaics, and I wanted to have enough parts available to build mosaics. I don't want to say authentically because you can do it a whole bunch of different ways, but in as much detail as possible with like 1x1s as the base, like pixelated. So that'll be a lot of fun. I've had a couple things drawn up for it, and I just need to actually fit them together to make sure they work. But I have a lot of parts to work from now, and they're already organized in a way. So I'm hoping that a lot of the organized parts in here will also further my ability to sort parts, like also with the bins. And it's like, okay, now I can start this myself in my own collection, and while integrating these parts in. All right, so I'm going to move these bins out of the way. There's 4 of these bins that don't have a particular brand to them, and they have a big Lego logo on them. I don't know if they were directly from Lego itself. I am not clear on that. But they got a lot of little drawers, or little compartments. So yeah, 1x1s and plates and bricks. And there is another bag of just the plates down here. I tried to move this before. The bag ripped open. So I'm going to be careful with that one while moving things around. So here's part of those interesting things. This is from the Parker Stronghold from Bionicle. This is some of the play sets. Normally included one of these as a part of a gateway. And I thought, hey, maybe it'll be fun to have two of these. Or, you know, find other Bionicle fans who find this amusing or find this useful. They have a couple technicals on top and bottom in order to connect them. And, yeah, I always like those giant faces for the gateways they did for the playsets. Alright, move further down here. I did bring a couple of my own part lists for certain projects, and we just kind of bagged the parts for those. There was one of them that I actually did build while I was there, and it took a lot of time, so to be fair, I probably could have just bagged up the parts, and it would have gone a lot faster. But I also wanted to be sure that what I was building actually worked, because I only did it on Digital Designer. A lot of these I did in Digital Designer before building them physically. So I want to be sure that, yes, it will actually go together. Something like this is fine. I know it'll go together. It's very basic. Still have some parts to find for it. I was trying to recreate some of the 60th anniversary sets without having to literally buy them. I do have one of them sealed, and I basically keeping it sealed for as much as I can, because I know that I can build these from basic parts. And it's a shame that the actual sets, when opening them, don't have a purpose. They don't really like show anything special inside of them. It's really about the box art that's anything exclusive. So there's that. There's a bunch of other bags I brought in here. He did say to bring some bags, so we had some bags available. So like, okay, I got these, you know, just in case. There's a couple of burps and lurps sitting around here. I like the marbled ones. I don't have many of them myself, but I would love to use these for different things. They look very organic. I love every time finding these kinds of pieces and seeing, yeah, see how they're falling apart. Seeing how the different colors clash together with each other. And with the mountainside I'm building with Studside Heights, they would work nicely with that. This bin is a whole bunch of specialty pieces, a lot of random stuff that I dig through and just kind of threw together. A bunch of doors in there, windows, doors in different sizes, minifig accessories I found kind of interesting. Some purple wings in there from Nexo Knights. I want to make a Ripley out of that, or Ridley, whatever the name is. Oh, a couple of those skateboards from Back to the Future, then they're cool. I forgot. I forgot I grabbed that, but I was like, yeah, that's a good stuff. Because I don't even know where mine is, and might as well have that available. Brick Studio, welcome. I thought about getting Mr. Gold. I actually looked through, and I was like, I might want to get that, because that would be awesome. And for the time, it would have been a great way to fully complete Series 10, my first collectible minifig series that I bought every figure for. But, one, he knew he had the certificate, but he didn't know where it was. And two, I was already racking up a lot with this, so I figured, you know, I have to put that off. Now, I don't have all my Series 10 figures, so it's a little bit of a shame. But, yeah, you do what you do. I'm sure I can get the Series 10 figs sometime later, work that out, and that's only one of those really special things about my personal Lego collection that maybe not everyone's going to find appealing, but, you know, having a Mr. Gold, that's like a thing everybody would want. I got a lot of light aqua. These were already just in a big bag of color, in just, you know, that particular color. I've wanted to build for a long time a whole bunch of spaceships that have particular color schemes to them, and especially in odd colors like light aqua or the yellowish green. I call it ghoulish green. Olive green, I would love to get more parts like that, but I just want to build up more of these colors too in general, so it's good to have those as well. I don't know what this bag is for. I don't know if it's just overflow from another bag. I don't remember why they were particularly put together like this, but here they are. which is fine. I'm gonna have to redo a lot of this stuff anyways. I brought some of my own things with me, and I forgot that they were sitting in this bin for a while. So I had a drawing pad. And sorry about the phone ringing. So I had a drawing pad in here. I had a phone charger in here. That's another project that I was working on. I was trying to build the little guys from Pug Animation. So I moved those stuff around. I have bricks in the middle pin as well as a Kevin Hinkle or Mr. Hinkle draws pin in there. So I'll find a good spot for those. Before I got the Power Miners Lavatraz set, I was like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to find the set, but I at least want the rock monster. And he did have the lava monster from that set. So I decided, yeah, I'll take that up. And then, like, literally a month or two later, I got the Lavatraz set from Facebook Marketplace. So, that was pretty cool. And I don't mind having two of these because I love Power Miners. I would love to do more Power Miners mocks. So having two of these lava monsters is great. Even if he doesn't have the spikes, which is fine. I could always add other spikes onto him. It's no big deal. A couple more burps and lurps down there. I think it's another paper with project on it. Sorry about all the buzzes. Again, text messages. This project I was trying to build for a small beach house, but I had no time. I could not. In the time that I was going through all this other stuff, I could not gather any parts for this right now. But I still have the parts list, which is totally fine. I can always come back to that later when I actually get all the parts organized. I'm not gonna have the thing. It's not essential for Studside Heights right now, so I'm fine with that. The space in Studside Heights as the Lego Beach Town is pretty tight. So building houses like that, while it would be nice, is kind of not an option. And I feel that it would work. I mean, one thing I did build, I don't have it right here, but I did have a video. I will have a video separate about it. I built a bathroom house, which is normally the kind that you would find at like a convention or an outdoor venue, where it's like, you know, one side for men, one side for women, and they have like a couple stalls and you know, sinks and everything. I built that a while ago. I think I might have even done a live stream on here about it. But anyways, I'll upload a video about that at some point. I know I've posted pictures here and there. Most of that came from here as well. But that took a lot of time to put that whole thing together.